Hello and welcome back. This is Dr. Allison, and I want to know if you are the type of person who is always hangry. And you know what that means. It means that if you don't eat, you get shaky, jittery, kind of irritable and cranky, right? And somebody better get you some type of food before you lose it on everybody. I would say that most of my patients would wake up in the morning, grab a cup of coffee, get their kids off to school or get themselves off to work and skip breakfast or hit the drive-thru, get some fast food or a muffin with their mocha, head off to work super, super hard, never take a break, and at 2 o'clock, they're starving, they're tired, they're cranky, they grab a soda, they grab a Snickers, they grab something from the gas station next door. And then they get home, they don't want to cook dinner, so they go out to eat, or maybe they do cook dinner, but then they end up binging all night on candy and cookies and wine or beer, and then they wake up the next morning, they feel super sick, they don't want to eat, so they grab a cup of coffee, skip breakfast, and we keep this cycle going. And they're always hangry, but they're always like gaining weight, always tired, and can't figure out why. So during this month, we're going to keep talking about mindful eating. And I would still love to invite you to the mindful eating program. It's running all month of February right now, but we'll keep it going so you won't miss anything. If you're not on social media, don't worry. There's a playbook that you'll get emailed, and that has all of the links to it so you can watch the videos at any time. And we already talked about what hangry means. So no one likes to be hangry, right? No one likes to be around anybody who's hangry. And there's two issues here that we need to focus on. And what is your blood sugar type, and how does it reflect in your day-to-day eating, digestion, and hormones? So let's go through the two blood sugar types. You can definitely be a mixed pattern, and we'll talk about that afterwards. Okay, so this is type 1, which is called reactive hypoglycemia. If you crave sweets during the day, if you're irritable if meals are missed and you're hangry, if you depend on coffee or soda, really caffeine, to keep going or get started, you get lightheaded if your meals are missed, eating gives you energy, so it relieves fatigue, you feel shaky, jittery, or you have tremors, you are easily agitated, upset, or nervous, you have poor memory, your forgetfulness, or you have blurred vision, this is a sign that your blood sugar is just going up and down all day long. You're skipping meals, and you need to be a person who eats consistently throughout the day. This will help you manage your blood sugar. It will help you manage cortisol, which is your stress hormone. It will help decrease brain inflammation, and it'll just help you feel so good. So I know right now it's really popular to do intermittent fasting. The new thing that's really popular is 1 meal a day. If you are this type of person, you will become very sick, you will gain weight, you will gain fat, you will lose muscle, you will work out as hard as you can, you'll eat as healthy as you can, but you will never be healthy. You need to change your eating patterns, okay? Now, if you have high blood sugar, so we're talking high blood sugar in general, pre-diabetes, diabetes type 1 or 2, and 1.5 and 3, there's a ton of new research going on with diabetes and how far it is becoming extended into our entire life. So high blood sugars have symptoms like fatigue after meals. You still crave sweets during the day. Eating sweets does not relieve your cravings for sugar. You have to have sweets after meals. So if you have dinner, you're immediately looking for ice cream or chocolate or something sweet to help you feel satiated and full, but also calm, and your digestion improves after you have that chocolate. Your waist girth is equal or larger than hip girth, which means you have a bigger belly. You are frequently urinating. You might have increased thirst and appetite and difficulty losing weight. So if you're this type of person, you would do better with having 3 meals a day, not snacking. You would do better with intermittent fasting, most likely, depending. If you're mixed and you have all of these symptoms, and you're like, I don't even know where to start, you want to start with focusing on the reactive hypoglycemia pattern, which means you're eating every 2.5 to 3 hours. You are patterned eating and eating consistently throughout the day. That will help stabilize your blood sugar. It will help stabilize your adrenals and hormones. And then after a month or two, once you're starting to feel really good and healthy, you can try intermittent fasting if you have that higher blood sugar and you're dealing with some of those issues. So you can avoid becoming hangry in a few ways. So follow your blood sugar type style of eating. Check in with your hunger before you eat and use that hunger scale. So the scale is a 1 is you're starving, you're weak, you're dizzy. This is my oops, I forgot to eat and now it's 4 o'clock people. And 10 is feeling too full or sickly, like, oh my gosh, I ate so much, it's Thanksgiving, I'm going to throw up. So we want to avoid the extremes on both sides. And we want to focus in on the 4, 5, 6 range of feeling hungry, where we don't want to tip into 3, where we're like, oh, I might be too hungry and I'm getting hangry, but we want to eat before that happens. And understanding the mechanisms of hunger can help you manage your behavior as well. So ghrelin, leptin, CCK, all of these hormones are produced by different parts of our body. And when we ignore our hunger cues, we can damage these hormones. And when we ignore them and eat too much, we can also damage them and become resistant to these hormones. So fasting is a great way to reset hormones, whether it's a 3-day, a 5-day, a 10-day fast, whether you do something like Prolon, where it's fasting mimicking, where you're still eating food, but your cells feel like they're fasting. This will help reset your insulin sensitivity in your cells, but also these hormones that are produced by your stomach, by your fat, and your brain. And curbing overeating may involve shifting your mindset from eating to your full to eating until you've just had enough. And just enough means that you've eaten the right amount to support your hunger for about 4 hours. A lot of people will just eat everything on their plate. So if you cook a 10-ounce steak, you're eating that 10-ounce steak. And really, I would suggest maybe if you're that type of person where you like to load up your plate and eat until it's gone, start with half of what you would normally eat. And after that, evaluate on that hunger scale. Okay, I'm full. I don't need to eat more. I want to eat more. That's a sign you should not eat more, right? Or, wow, I'm still starving. Like, I have to keep going. That might be like, if you're still feeling at a 3 or a 4 on that hunger scale, you might want to keep eating. Then cut that in half, again, your leftovers, and eat a little bit more, okay? And just keep practicing paying attention to your body's signals. And that will make it easier over time to distinguish your real needs. Chewing will help and help you feel more full as well. So make sure that you slow down, listen to the podcast before about weight loss and gut health, because we want to calm our bodies before we begin to eat, so that way we do have our focus on digestion and calming and eating. So I can't say this enough, and I'll say it all the time. You need to stop skipping meals. Stop ignoring your body's cues to eat and feed your body. I have a great podcast on panic, anxiety, insomnia, and blood sugar for you to listen to. So make sure to check that out if you're an emotional eater, or there's emotional issues that you can't get to the source of, or if you're using food to either punish yourself through starvation or overeating. If you find you can't lose weight and you can't find the style of eating, that would also be a good one. And of course, if you have insomnia or anxiety, this will give you the science and the reasoning why you need to eat consistently in order to stop those things from happening. Okay. So thank you for tuning in today. I really appreciate you being here and really just taking the time to understand why your body is reacting the way it is, and just having some information to make some new choices and changes. So you are always welcome to schedule a free consultation with me to go over your health concerns, what's been working, what hasn't. We'll brainstorm on some ideas for you and get you headed in the right direction. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.